Welcome to Bills by Asher, Episode 1, Ranked Choice Voting. Oddly enough, this one is not a bill. It's a constitutional amendment, and I think it's the most important one that we can do as a nation. It's for ranked choice voting. Now, before I talk about what ranked choice voting is, let's talk about the two-party system and where we are today. George Washington warned us that political parties might serve the people every once in a while, but over time they become powerful engines for corrupt people to come in and undo the foundations of our democracy and silence the voters. He said that in his farewell speech, and the Founding Fathers didn't do anything to fix it. Now we are in a corporate-owned, two-party exclusive system where they got us. As citizens, they have us. My kids were both $7,000 each to be born. Our public schools are doing worse every day. Meanwhile, the wealthy they're doing great right now. They're having a ball. Democrats are owned by the corporate lobbyist. Republicans are owned by the corporate lobbyist. Joe Biden had the House and Senate for 2 years, and we had no meaningful health care reform. Trump had the House and Senate for 2 years. He didn't do anything about it. He's not doing anything about it this term. They don't care. Our voices as citizens do not matter. I've stayed around and protested. I've written into my congressperson. It does not matter because they are receiving buku bucks from corporations to keep them in power. For instance, Gwen Moore took $10,000 from the American Healthcare Association. Give them a Google. You'll find that they've been around for a long time resisting any change to healthcare reform. How am I supposed to believe that she's going to be actively fighting for change to not have prices just be randomized when she's taking $10,000 in donations from them? The same thing rings true for Republicans who are taking these same donations. Do you think they're going to do any work for change on housing when they're receiving crazy donations from a BlackRock or a Vanguard who really want to be able to keep up buying up single-family homes? Or owning just a 30% stake in every company? Do you think that are we so... Do they think that us as citizens are that stupid? No. I mean, they just know that we can't do anything about it. We're stuck. How does ranked choice voting get us out of this scenario? Well, first of all, it won't entirely. There's not a silver bullet to the rot that has taken place in America. However, this will put a major dent into the powers that the corporations have and that the parties have in our system. How does it work? It's super simple. You just rank the candidates that you want, right? Right now, it's all fear-based. You're voting for Kamala or you're voting for Trump. Otherwise, your vote's going into the trash. Jill Stein running and voting for Jill Stein is not going to do any meaningful change. It's not. I did that for Gary Johnson. I voted for Gary Johnson. We got Trump. It was a throwaway vote. It meant nothing. I only had two options, and I just chose to throw my ballot into the trash. That's where we're stuck as Americans. We all know this. If someone votes third party, most people tell them, oh, what are you doing? What's the point? And those people are correct. Now, when you can rank your candidates, sweet. I could vote for a weird candidate that I like, and then the backup corporate-backed Democrat or Republican. Now, how does that work in practice? Well, now that you've ranked your ballot, let's say I wanted to have, Joe Biden, Kamala, Trump, right? Joe Biden, Kamala, RFK, Trump, right? In that order. How it works is that once all the votes are tallied, all of those votes go to the first candidate on your ballot. If someone is able to win the 50% majority, off the bat, they win the election. Now, if no one has the 50% majority, the least popular candidate is eliminated, and those votes are redistributed to the next votes on the citizens' ballots. So, typically, let's assume that most of Bernie Sanders' votes would go to Kamala. But a decent fraction of them might go to Trump. There are a lot of Trump supporters out there that would vote for Bernie Sanders over Trump if they had the option. They exist, right? But not within the two-party system, because you cannot vote for a third-party candidate. That elimination process continues going until someone wins the election. That's cool, right? Makes sense to me. It's a way better system than what we have now. It's The Simpsons made jokes about it. You got the two aliens up there arguing about, oh, don't vote for me, I want to vote for the one alien or the other alien that was trying to eat all of our skins.
It's true. We are aliens. But what are you going to do about it? It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
He's right. This is a two-party system.
Well, I believe I'll vote for a third-party candidate.
Go ahead. Throw your vote away.
South Park, turd sandwich or whoever.
Welcome to the cable access televised debate between a giant douche and a turd sandwich. We'll start with giant douche.
Right? We all know this is a problem. We all know something needs to be done about it. We need to make this happen. This is not a partisan issue. This is not I'm Democrat, so I want this, or I'm a Republican, or I want this. I'm an American citizen, and I want representation in my government. And that's how it's going to be done. If you're still confused on how ranked choice voting works, I understand. It's not the most simple thing out there because it's new, right? You can go to whatisrankedchoicevoting.com and see a website that I made myself to understand how it works. It'll run out simulations of different ballots so you can see how they're redistributed and different winners. You can shuffle and see new scenarios. I spent some time on it. I would highly recommend you to check it out and share it if you can. There's no ads. It runs straight. I care about this issue because I am tired of voting for do-nothing Democrats who do nothing for the working class, or looking at Republicans who also do nothing for the working class. The minimum wage has been $7.25, 15 grand a year. How is anyone supposed to do anything with that? My two kids being born, $7,000 each. My wife had no complications. She didn't even have an epidural. $7,000? It's outrageous. We're living in a scam corporate society, and it's not getting any better. We can do this. Ranked choice voting. Spread the word. Thank you for listening to episode 1. More bills coming soon.